Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Olajumoke Oluwashel. I'm very excited you're here. Thank you for joining me. On this page, we are going to be sharing opportunities relating to money, lifestyle, and especially opportunities relating to money. Okay, so that means every time you come to this channel, you're going to be learning something new, especially relating to business, entrepreneurship, money in general. Okay, all right. So let's get to it. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 things to consider before you start a new business. Yeah, a lot of people start businesses and they do not consider these things. At the end of the day, it's the reason some of these businesses don't work. So, I'm going to be sharing with you 5 things everyone should consider before even thinking of starting a new business. So, I won't waste your time. Let's get to it. So, number one on my list is the kind of person you are. Yeah, many people don't consider the kind of person they are before beginning a new business. It is not every business that is for everyone. It is not every business everyone can do. So, what the first thing you should consider is what kind of a person am I? For instance, if you're somebody that is aggressive and you cannot stand kids, you can't stand children, you can't run a crèche business. Okay, you might not be able to run a crèche business because how are you going to do that kind of business without having babies around you? If you're a kind of person that likes food, you are not so disciplined when it comes to food and putting things in your mouth. You cannot run certain businesses like having running pastry shop, provision, all of those things, food business. Because at the end of the day, I'm sorry, you are going to end up eating all your profits. Okay, so you have to consider the kind of person you have. If you are somebody that is not so disciplined with money, you cannot run certain businesses. You can't run a kind of business that you have to get money by hand every day, like all these people that own provision shops. So as a lady, as a man, you must consider the kind of person you are, the type of a person you are before you start any kind of business. So number two thing you should consider before owning a business is where are you? Okay, where is your location and where is the location of your business? If these are the things some people don't consider. You want to have a shop, for instance. It's not so you are not considering the location. These are the type of things that crumbles business quickly. It might be too far or too. It's just something that you have to think about before having some certain business. Number three is who are your customers. In fact, this is the most important among the 5 points, if you ask me, aside the first one. Okay, so you have to ask yourself, who are my potential customers? You are starting a business, but you are not going to be buying from yourself. So you have to consider who your potential customers are. Okay, who are the people that will be buying from me? Who are the people on my contact? If you are counting, let's assume you are not planning on, if you are planning to own a shop, for instance, who are the people in that environment? Are they the ones you're counting on to make that business successful? If you are going to run like online business and you're starting from your phone, who are the people you are going to be selling to? Who are the people on your contact? I remember one time I wanted to start a business and I checked. I just discovered that the business didn't do well like that because the kind of contact I have are mostly women, not just women, elderly women who would rather sacrifice to buy for their children rather than buy for themselves. So these were my kind of customers. So I had to change and sell things that were relatable, that my customers, my contacts needed at that time, like selling shoes, children clothes. And I promise you, every time I bring new market, it's always like a sellout because I had to consider the kind of people I would have loved to sell to. Was that the kind of business I wanted? No. Was that the business that attracted me? No. But then I had to consider my contact to know that listen, I cannot buy from myself, and it's not about liking this business. I hear people say things like, oh, I don't like it, it's not the kind of business. Excuse me, you are not buying from yourself. The people that are important in the scheme of things are the people that you're going to sell to. So those are the people you should consider. Okay, then the fourth point is how much do you have? You cannot just venture into a business without knowing how much in your purse. And another thing I need you to consider in this area of how much is the source of the money. How much do you have and where is the money coming from? Why I need to consider where the money is coming from is if you are going to opt for a loan, for instance, you have to ensure how long is the loan going to take, how much is the interest, is the business going to be able to pay the loan, how much will be left, how long do you have to pay the loan, and if it's your own personal money, okay, that's even better. Okay, so consider how much you have in your purse. Last for today is when do you plan to start? It is not every business that you can just start just like that. The timing of every business is very important. Okay, for instance, you want to start clothes business, for instance, and especially all those people that own trips. Okay, times are really hard now. I can tell you that I don't think it's the right time to start selling clothes. Most of the people that have boutiques can tell you that they're not making so much money. Everybody is trying to put food in their mouth, and clothes might be the least on the minds of some people. Okay, so even if you are going to sell clothes, consider the timing. Some clothes should not be sold during cold period. This period is very hot. For instance, you want to start a shoot business. You want to carry bill of hoodie and the card and sweaters. My dear sister, who is going to buy from you? The kind of thing you should sell this period has to be like clothes, armless clothes, light clothing that people who are hot feeling it can find very useful. So these are the things you should consider. So today we have talked about 5 points, talked about the kind of person you are, talked about where you are, that's your location and the eventual location of the business. We talked about who your potential customers are, talked about how much you are, and finally the time that you intend to start your business. I hope you learned something from this today. Please share with someone who will find this information very useful. Thank you for listening today. I hope to see you some other time. Bye.